my book nerds, and welcome back to Book Club. Today we are going to be discussing The Book of Awesome by Neil Pasricha? Just gonna call him Neil. By Neil. I don't know, you tell me, how am I supposed to say this? I struggle so much. So, The Book of Awesome is not a murder mystery. It's not a slice of life. It's not a YA or a romance or any other type of genre. It is non-fiction, which means there are no main characters, there are no side characters, and there's not even really a plot. This whole book is about the happy little things in life. It's about stuff that make you go, you know what? That's a good day now. Like, some of the examples on the back is popping bubble wrap, the smell of rain on a hot sidewalk, hitting a bunch of green lights in a row. It's about little things that are just, pleasing internally, externally. Just one of those moments that you just go, hell yeah. So, let me actually look at the back of the book blurb and read this out loud for you guys. The Book of Awesome reminds us that the best things in life are free. Based on the award-winning blog 1000awesomethings.com, it's a high five for humanity and a big celebration of life's little moments. With wise, witty observations, The Book of Awesome is filled with a smile-inducing musings that will make you feel like looking at the world for the first time. So, and I did actually have, a little bit of my little notes, my little cheat sheet, and there's not a lot to go off of, so it's just, this book just literally just talks about, happy stuff. Happy stuff. Like, let me actually look at some of my little tabs, because I have the tabs for a reason. I just don't use them or utilize them in my videos for some reason. I might just get rid of them altogether. So. So, first tab that I decided to flip to, taking your bra off after wearing it for hours. It just feels like freedom, or so I've heard. Awesome! And that's what it looks like. That's literally the page. Oh my goodness, I love that. Yeah, I agree. Let's take a look at some more. Let's look at the one over here. What's this one over here? What am I looking at? We're just gonna try and find something. Okay. No. What did I? Alright. When you arrive at your destination just as a great song ends on the radio. You know what? Yeah, I agree. I don't use radio. I use my own playlist music. But when a song ends perfectly right when I, turn off my car and I'm in my driveway, perfect timing. Let's see this one. The sound of ice cubes cracking in a drink. I love that noise, actually. So yeah, this is what the whole book is about. Oh, this one's really cute. A long hug when you really need it. Bro, I have cried when I have hugged someone when I really needed it. That's just when the tears start coming and they don't stop coming. I'm gonna have that song stick in my head. What's this one? What the heck is that? I forget there's pictures in here. There's pictures in the book. I forgot about that. Returning to your warm and comfy bed after getting up to pee in the middle of the night. Honestly, yeah, I agree. The first shower you take after not showering for a really long time, you need to feel so clean. The smell of gasoline. I'm so happy that's in there, because then that means I'm not crazy. When I go to it is technically a drive-thru for gasoline. Oh my goodness. Pump station? No, that's what we call stuff for the pipeline. Gas station, my goodness, pump station. Just, who let me have a brain today? Illegal. Mastering the art of all-you-can-eat buffet. We don't actually have buffets in my town, so that just, how do you master the art of eating at a buffet? I don't understand. We don't have buffets here. The last time I was at a buffet, I was in middle school, and that was for a school trip. What is this? I don't know what this is for. Remembering how lucky we are to be here right now. That is gonna make me cry, actually. So, this this book is, to me, it feels like it's a representation of how I got out of my depression, because it took me 7 years to fully get out of my depressive slump and to start being a human again. And stuff like this is how I got out of it. Stuff like this, by just telling myself of, you know, what about having your not hot chocolate, your hot mocha with strawberry when going to class? What about seeing your favorite professor? And what about laughing with your friends when they tell a stupid dumb joke? It was stuff like that, stuff like this in this book that kept me going for so long, especially in college when everything was reaching its peak. And then I was able to come out of it. And then life decided to throw me another freaking curveball, so now I think I might need to reread this again and again and again, like 5 times a month almost. But yeah, it reminds me of my original healing journey. I might need to reread this again every once in a while, especially when the winter months come, because my goodness, the winter depression is no joke in Alaska. Like, we only get like maybe 3.5 hours of sunlight, and then it's just pitch black darkness. So yeah. So would I recommend this? You know, I try to recommend every book I read, because especially to friends and family, and now to you guys, because if you're if you're watching this channel, obviously we have a connection going on. And that means that my tastes are somewhat similar to your tastes, or it's completely backwards. Either way, I recommend reading it. It's a fun little coffee table read, you know, just have it on the coffee table, pick it up every once in a while, even make it into a fun, like, game. Just flip and get to a random page, successfully moving all your clothes from the washer to the dryer without dropping anything. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually really happy when I do that. See, it's just a fun little thing. Just flip and pick a random spot. So, I almost dropped my book. Oh my goodness. So, it does have some chapters where it kind of explains the author's personal journey, how it explains how sometimes going through big changes in life, whether they're good changes or bad changes, like, you'll always need, like, the little things in life to keep going. And it does have some moments like that, and it is kind of like a self-help book. And what's funny is that I actually have, like, another self-help book by this same author. It's called The Happiness Equation. Oh, excuse me, my goodness. I think I had lunch, like, not too long ago, so. The Happiness Equation, written by the same author. I read it when I was in middle school. I don't know when I'm gonna read it again, but, you know, I just don't like getting rid of books. So, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, because some of the stuff in this does feel a little bit dated, but that might have just been me when I was kind of, you know, going through it while I was reading this over the week, so. You know, but overall, this is just kind of absolute perfect silence, and then there's nothing written on there. Yeah, no, this book is just kind of funny. Like, have some friends to, like, go through this with you, because this is just kind of like a funny book in general. I mean, I wouldn't take it too seriously, and since it's not like an actual plot-driven book or anything like that, it's just really easy to read through. But I did enjoy myself while reading this, and I will probably read this again over the winter months just to help me stay out of my winter depression. And maybe I'll try to even make some of these happy things happen. You know, hanging out with friends, enjoying the little things, maybe making, who knows, maybe just making some good memories and some good times. But from what I remember from the book while reading it, and while I was making my little notes, I actually have some of my own awesome things I want to talk about, like a hot drink on a cold day. I love having some hot chocolate or my hot coffee when it's super cold and snowy out and it's warming my hands, and it's just so nice. A barista who knows my name and order. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I feel so loved and appreciated by something that simple when going to the same coffee shop over and over and over again, and all the workers know who you are and know how you like your coffee. It just makes me so happy, because, like, hey, you remember me, you remember what I like. I'm so happy about that. Now we can have, like, a cool conversation about how was your, like, we can have, like, the cool small talk. I love small talk with, like, baristas and retail workers. I don't know why, I just love it. Getting off of work early. This was especially true when I was working with construction workers. Like when we finished the day early and it was like, you know what, we're done, let's go home, and I would just relax all day. I'd get to spend time with my family, with my friends. Loved it so much. Warm breeze on a cloudy day. I live by the sea and it's always really cloudy, it's really overcasty, it rains a lot, but having that cold, chill breeze all the time, you know, it does get, you know, a little sad, a little dreary, but cloudy days are my favorite, and to have a warm breeze in the summertime, it's just perfect, especially when you're by the water. And the last one, when jeans fit just right. Listen, I'm a big girl. I'm not gonna hide that fact. I'm big, I'm chubby, I'm fat, whatever you want to call it. I know it, all right? And finding jeans that fit just right in the perfect way is so hard. So when I do find it, it is like a gift from the gods. So yeah, the Book of Awesome was pretty awesome. If that's a little cringy to say, but you know what, I'm gonna say it anyway. It was kind of awesome. I liked reading it. It's super fun, super funny. It actually took me a lot longer than I would have thought. Like it took me like the entire week to actually get through it, because I was like, I gotta like pick it up, and some of the parts were quick, some parts were a little slow, some parts I just didn't want to, like some days where I just didn't want to read, but then I was like, no, come on, I gotta read it, and then it just kind of made my day better. But yeah, the Book of Awesome. Let me know what some awesome things you really like, or read the book and tell me some of your favorite stuff from the book that it mentions. And yeah, I like this book. I would recommend it. Let me know what you thought of it if you have read it, and if you have awesome things to share, I would love to hear your favorite little thing that makes you happy throughout the day, or when it does happen, it just warms your soul. So thank you for joining in book club. I believe next week we're going to be reading a very classic, The Outsiders. So I'm actually I haven't read The Outsiders since I was in middle school, so I'm actually like not sure how I'm going to feel or react about it, because I kind of remember the plot, but not a lot. Anyway, next week is going to be Outsiders. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're interested in like keeping up with me. I've upload every Thursday, or at least I try to upload every Thursday for you guys and for myself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next chapter. Bye guys!